really close, and a lot of people came to know you when you all were on Iana Van Zant Fix My Life with Leandria Johnson, and some people were trying to get Leandra to drop you as her assistant slash manager and all of that, honey. But you all are still working together real close to this day, correct?
Yes, we are. Michael Madison is her manager. Leandra Johnson will forever be my sister, my friend, she's such an amazing person. But yeah. You know, I do a little something every now and then for Miss Johnson. You know, we are forever going to be tied together. Till death do us part. I told her, you know, what was that one artist that used to roll around in a wheelchair? The gospel artist.
Oh.
She always had a wheelchair on and them sunglasses on.
From the group, from her and Shirley C.
Yeah.
From the Caravans?
Yeah. I told her, I said, that's going to be me, Lee. I'm going to be rolling you in the wheelchair. Get your little cigarette in your hand. Albertina Walker.
I got my Grammy,
Yeah. I said, I'm going to be rolling you in the wheelchair. To the day you die.
But listen, the one thing that you started recently, and it's just like I've been telling you, Rob, I need to get over to the mansion because you be over there at the mansion. Y'all be having soul sessions at your mansion, gospel sessions, honey, over at your mansion, honey. And then I was watching recently, and you had DMX there.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Okay, so the estate is something that God blessed me with. It's my home, my very first home that I was able to purchase here in Atlanta, Georgia, in the South Fulton area. And it really is an estate. It is such a big, beautiful mini mansion, as I call it. And God has really blessed me to do some amazing things. So I use the network that I have with all the celebrity clients that I know, and I formed this thing called the White Carpet Soul Session. And what it is basically I would invite a celebrity artist in, have them cook or just have them relax, just feel like they're at home. And then we head over into the other part of my house and we just have an impromptu session. Nothing planned, nothing rehearsed, not like 1,000 cameras in front of their face. And it really has taken off. It actually started with Leandria and Craig from the Craig Lewis Band. He's on a lot of Tyler Perry plays. And that video went viral, over 1 million views. And then it went viral on TikTok as well. And then it just kept going. So every video that I've done there has went like super, super viral with over 1 million views. The one that's probably most special to me is the one with DMX. Is because probably not even 30 days after he came to do the White Carpet Soul Session, which he cooked spaghetti, he did a crab boil. We got his games is still at my house.
What?
His seasonings and stuff from the crab boil, because he said, I'm coming back. You know, then he was like, can I stay here? I was like, you DMX, you want a room? you know? But that one was very special to me because out of all the times that I hung out with DMX, and it was several times over Stephanie's brother house, we never experienced like a move of God, so to speak, as we experienced this last time. And I don't know if it was because this was going to be his last time, but I just know that the feeling was a lot different at the estate than it was normally at the other houses that we go to. And my house has been blessed by so many artists, so many famous, super famous artists, and DMX, with him leaving my house was the last house that he was at like a social gathering, so to speak. And so it's very special to me. I'll never forget it. I have like over an hour worth of footage that I haven't even released yet, because it was just like I was still shocked, like, what? He gone, you know. But him and Leandra had a very special relationship. He was working on okay, I'm not gonna say that because it's probably still happening, but it's a lot of things that
I can tell, because a lot of people were talking about, you know, towards the now that we know that it was the end of his life, a lot of people was talking about how he had come into this spiritual being.
Very much
and
so.
It was just like people were comparing it to the same thing that Kanye West is going through with the choir and the Sundays and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
And they say DMX was on the path to doing the same thing. He was like getting his life together and turning his life around and really serious about religion.
He really was. And when he was at my house, you know, he just kept expressing the fact of how much he loved God. And not only how much he loved God, is that he just wasn't feeling the other stuff. He cussed a lot too. I'm a cusser too. But, he still loved God. So when he talked, it was so interesting because he would be like, man, fuck this shit. But God is that, and it'd be like, I feel you because all of our walks are different, so I got him. I understood him. And it's just so sad to know that he passed away. And when it happened, it was really, really, my heart was so heavy because I was like, wow, but I believe he's at peace now. He's at peace, and his music and legacy will definitely live on. And I pray to God that the things that they were working on will be able to still be released and people hear the greatness that he had did before he passed away.
Right. And then it's just like you've enlightened me and you've educated me because I've been trying to get over to the soul sessions just because of the singing that's going on. And then it's just like you can see sometimes it just look like you're having a revival in your house. Yeah. And then you say that the artists that come over to your house, they cook.
Oh, they cook.
The artists cook. So I'm thinking you do all the cooking, honey.
No. I have the incomparable James Chanel Wright. He always comes in town. It's like my left arm. He's there. When he's there, he cooks. Sebastian cooks. But the artist, for the most part, cooks. And the documentary that I'm working on with Netflix, which is a Inside for you, well, for everybody now, is the deal that we're trying to finalize everything, is that I wanted to give a different light to celebrities, so that when they come out, that they're regular, normal people that do normal things, and my house can be like a safe haven place for them. And it's such when you come, because you are definitely going to come to the next one, you'll be able to tell, like, soon as you walk in, it's such a peaceful environment. And I wanted to show the different aspects of, like, the celebrity's life. Like, a lot of people don't know, like, Leandria cooks down. Tamar Braxton
cooks down.
She cooked like a 600-pound grandmother in the South with no grad. You know what I'm saying? She cooks down. DMX, believe it or not, his spaghetti was completely shocking. And I sat there, the video that I did post, he said, try this, Rob, try this. So I tried. He's like, I'm going to tell you. I tried it, and I was like, nigga, you cook. Like, you cook. And, actually, I eat. Hello. And it was just it's such an honor, though. But my goal was to show the other side of the celebrities that I know that people don't
see.
And maybe they can cast a different opinion about them if they have like a negative one, so to speak. But, it just gives them, let the people know that they're touchable, they're human as well. So I'm excited. I'm excited about what's happening with the White Carpet Soul Sessions.
I'm excited too, honey. Yes. This is your girl, Miss Sophia, holding it down right here. We are your radio. We are radio. We are the home of the urban sound of pride. And I'm here with my special guest,
Robert Hatcher. I'm eating, y'all. I know this ghetto. But I love Miss Sophia. And I do a lot of radio interviews. But I was hungry as hell today. I ain't gonna need a lot. And I normally don't do this. This is real, like, hood. But I love you.
We have snacks over here, too.
Okay, come on, snacks.
We're going to fix you up, honey. When you finish eating like the old folks say, eat your supper first, and then you can get some of them sweets.
Yes, God.
This is Chris Brown with Fine China. Home of the urban sound of pride. Yes, well, we are. I'm here with my very special guest, the one and only. I've been trying to get in the studio for 33 years, but he's finally in here today. Thanks be to God, honey, Robert Hatcher. Hey, Robert.
Whoa, hey.
How you doing? Over there with that spirit.
I feel good all over like Stephanie Mills.
Now, you're also an artist. You work with a lot of artists. You know a lot of artists, and you're also an artist yourself.
Yes, I am. To God be the glory for that. Yes.
Doing a lot of work on Broadway.
I did a lot of work on Broadway. I used to travel the world very, very heavy. Very heavy before I started management. And, I was all over the place, all over the world. I've been to 72 different countries. And I have my passports, like 5 passport books stamped solid, So I was just, like, when I take a look back over my life, I really, the old saying, the church saying, when people say, when I think of the goodness of Jesus and all that he's done for me. But
my soul.
But when I really sit and begin to think of everything that he's done for me and the amount of favor that he has shown me, it really blows my mind. You know this, not to brag, but Not to pat myself on the shoulder, but I am the only one in the world, and I still hold this record, to be on 3 national television shows within 3 years on 3 different networks. God blessed me with the opportunity to do America's Got Talent. I was top 5 on America's Got Talent.
Okay.
American Idol. I did American Idol first, then American Idol, then America's Got Talent. American Idol, I was top 30.
What season?
American Idol, it was season... I'm getting old now, so I think it was...
Who won the year you was on?
On American Idol?
Yeah.
Jordan Sparks.
Oh.
So I think that was season 6.
Okay.
America's Got Talent, I want to say it was season... Jerry Springer was the host.
That was season. That was the first season back in the 20s.
Second. Season 2. Season 2 or season 3. And then I turned around and did BET's Sunday Best, which was season 3.
And who won that season?
The incomparable Leandria Johnson.
But that's the first time you all met at Sunday's Best?
Yes. Can I tell you this interesting story about
Sure.
how we met? A lot of people don't know this. So they flew us into New Orleans, Louisiana. And this was right after Hurricane Katrina, a few years after Hurricane Katrina happened. They flew us in New Orleans, Louisiana. I got off of the airplane on one door, and coming out of the other door, Leandria gets off the plane. Now, mind you, I didn't know who she was because I didn't know none of the contestants. I'm going down, if you know New New Orleans thing, if you've ever been there, to go down the baggage claim, there's these escalators that you go down. So we're going down the escalator, and we're literally like side by side, not knowing who each other are or nothing. Down the escalator, there's cameras there. So I'm thinking like, oh shit, they want to see your excitement when you're getting off the plane and everything, which is so weird because they never show any of this on TV. They edit it down so much, but they had cameras at the airport waiting for us when we got off the plane and everything. So I get off the thing and I'm like, I'm thinking, it's me, too, that they waiting on. But then they have a sign, and I see a sign that say Leandria, and then I see a sign that say Robert. So we were together, like, then, and I was like...
Not knowing.
And she looked at me. I said, oh, that's cool. We came down. Get this. We get to the assignment room at the hotel, and we're all in this one big room, and they're giving out our assignments to our room. And they gave me my room door, and they gave Leandria her room door. Guess who was right next to me?
Leandria.
Right in the double door. I said, oh, girl, I ain't going to get away from you. So ever since then, we have been stuck like glue. And the crazy thing is that the year she won, she was crowned Sunday Best on Father's Day, 2010. That was 11 years ago. And the year she won, because the show was taped early, so they did a version of winning, and they did a version of Elder Goldwire winning because they don't
want nobody to know who won.
They don't want nobody to win, and then they played a winner at the thing. So literally nobody knew, quote unquote. I got sunglasses on, so you can't see me rolling my eyes. Nobody knew who won the show until the day of the thing. So as I was leaving the taping, I had already signed me a 10-month deal to do another Broadway show. So this was before I even got like into the to the management thing. So I told Leandria, I said, bitch, if you change your number, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to find you. I said, don't you ever, I said, whatever we do, we're going to always make sure we stay in touch. So it was so weird because I left to do the Broadway show for like 4 or 5 months right after I taped the show. I was on the show. It was like, to me, it was just like, okay, this is my 3rd show I done did. I'm about to go back overseas and make a real coin. So I left. I literally immediately left right after I taped and was gone overseas. And when I came back, we connected back, and then the rest is history. 11 years later.
Y'all still friends. Not just friends, great friends.
Great friends.
Go to the end of the world.
End of the world with my friend. Yes. So.
Oh, great story. Great story. You have a lot of those stories. And then when we were off the air, you were talking about how you always knew growing up that you was going to be a part of entertainment. You just didn't know how you were going to, work your way through the puzzle, how this puzzle was going to come together.
I was always the weird, not necessarily weird. I was always the different one. I was always the one who was never nervous in front of a crowd. I was always the one that like, sing, Robert, and the back in. You ain't right on cue. What else you want me to say?
They gotta beg me.
They gotta beg me. You know, have an audience. I used to sit my brother, and I said one day when I do get my Oscars and Grammys or whatever God has for me, I'm going to have them play this clip. I was little. I don't know if y'all remember this. This was back when they had beta machines. You remember betas? That's how old I am now.
Oh, my God.
So we used to have, my mom used to date this man who had this
beta.
A camera. What's the things called? Camcorders. That's so crazy because we don't use them no more. And it took a beta thing, which was the lower quality of the VHS.
Yeah.
So it was a little small beta, and I know we still have this on tape because I'm still trying to get it converted to a VHS so then I can convert it to a digital. So I used to have my brothers and sisters. I would sit them down on the table. I'm one of 13, 12 now because my brother passed away last October.
Sorry to hear that.
I used to sit them on the couch, line them up, and be like, okay, y'all have to listen to me accept my award. And I had this red Transformer. I remember as if it was yesterday. And I'd be like holding it up. I said, first of all, I would like to say hi to all my fans. And so my brothers and sisters, I did be clapping and making them clap. And then I said, you know, God is good. You know, I used to rehearse my speeches and everything. So it was like I knew that I was going to be a part of the entertainment world because I was always crazy like that. Yeah. And they knew it. My whole family, they know it, you know.
Right. And you say one of the beautiful things about, you know, going into entertainment is, you know, you grow up idolizing these people, and now it's just like you walk into the room and you're in the same room with these people, and those people know who you are now.
I know. It's so crazy. Like the Selena Johnsons. It's like it baffled Stephanie Mills, to give you an example. You could not tell me, Stephanie, this is back in the day when I used to like, you cannot tell me Stephanie Mills was not my girlfriend. You know, I used to belt out home. So they didn't know what was going on. They didn't know if I was trying to be drag. I didn't know if I was trying to, but I used to belt out home. When I think of home, but I was so in love with Stephanie Mills. So when I had the opportunity to meet her, she had already knew, you know, Troy, rest his soul, because my friend Troy, who used to work with her, brought me to her, and I think I had a moment. I thought I was like freaking out because Stephanie Mills was like it for me. Like y'all girls can have whoever else. It's Stephanie Mills for me. You know,
y'all can have Diana Ross.
Y'all can have her. It's Stephanie for me, the original Broadway. You know, so it's just moments like that I just be like, Lord, I'm so blessed. I can't even, you know, believe. Like when I went on tour with Escape.
I had to pinch myself.
Oh my God, it was just like, y'all, I grew up on the bus singing, what I need from you is, you know, and here I am sitting with them. We all out eating together. And, you know, it's just like, even, child, when, of course, I've been working with Tamar for years, but when I very first got to meet Tony Braxton, you know, it was just like, girl, you just walked past me.
Is that really? Cause I know pinch me. Am I asleep?
You know, and
am
then
I dreaming?
next thing you know, years later, we all out of Mr. Child's for her birthday. You know, just eating, just chilling. It's just regular now. You know, so it's just my life has been absolutely completely amazing. If I was to be gone tomorrow, and I say this quite often, that I'm just God he really did. He showed out when he did with me. He showed out, and I'm forever blessed. I'm forever grateful. You know, and there's so much more to come.
Oh,
so much more.
I can tell. I can feel it.
So much.
I'm your girl, Miss Sophia.
Under my sleeve.
I'm your girl, Miss Sophia. Hold it down right here. We are your radio. We're your radio. We are the home of the urban sound of pride. I'm in here with my very special guest, the one and only
Robert.
Hey, I don't want to interrupt. I'm just
no, you're good. We are a family, like a giant tree. So how have you been?
Wonderful, wonderful. I'm waiting to hear this tea now.
Thank you for coming.
Of course.
Yes.
For you.
Who is this you brought with you?
This is my friend Tao. He is one of the top massage therapists here in Atlanta. I just got off his table.
Are you serious? And I just had a nasty fall Sunday, and I done pulled my muscle in my calf. So Tao, don't be sitting over there. Come on, start rubbing on my calf. On my thigh, I mean.
You got any business cards?
Tao?
You can run next door and get one. I mean, literally, he's just a block from here.
Oh, you just a block from here?
Yeah.
Okay.
I need an appointment. I'm serious. Y'all do happy endings?
No.
Do y'all do happy beginnings?
Happy beginnings?
This is not one of those.
What kind of business is this?
But Rob,
I'm just playing.
Rob, the mic is all yours. You said you had an exclusive.
I do. Okay, so in the city of Atlanta, you know, I've been here for quite some time now. Mm-hmm. And, you know, this is my home.
You're running for mayor.
Absolutely not. Y'all done woke Keisha ass out. Keisha said, I'm done. I'm done with you niggas. So, no. But what I am doing, and this is where you're going to play a major part of it. You don't know, but you will now, is that I am opening a lounge here. And it's called the Social Lounge. And what it's going to do is focus on live music more. Because we have a lot of spots here in Atlanta, but not many that focus on live music. And I call myself the plug for entertainers. So it's going to kind of be like, you remember the TV show New York Undercover?
Yes.
Okay. Do you remember at the end of each episode, the officers used to always go to this spot at the bar at the end, and they always used to have a live entertainer. And they
Kind of
used
like
to
Cheers.
Yeah, kind of like Cheers. But back in the day, they used to have like a special artist on each one of the shows on Thursday nights. I'm a little old, yo, so I mean I remember these shows back then. But yeah, so I'm excited about it, and it's in a great area, great area, and very central to everything. And yeah, so that's an exclusive. But I want you definitely to be a part, because you have this special thing about you that draws people in, and you can do whatever you want to do. I have an idea of what it is that I want you to do.
Okay.
But it's gonna mi casa es tu casa.
Mi casa, tu
Mi casa
casa.
es tu casa, and it's going to be the biggest thing to hit Atlanta. I promise you it is.
Okay.
It's called the Social Lounge, and I
Social
named it that
Lounge.
because I want everybody, and that's why I was kind of giving previews when I was doing this stuff in my house, the White Carpet Soul Sessions.
Right.
But it's going to have that type of a vibe in a sense, not necessarily gospel, but just a good feeling. Like when people come in, they love to hear live music, live entertainment. Go back to those days where we had, in the Harlem Nights days, where they would go to the jazz clubs and hear live music. People that make people laugh. You know, just original stuff instead of this, you know, twerking and stuff all the time. Now, I love the twerking. But, you know, we're going to have a good time. I'm excited about it, though.
Okay, congratulations. I was going to ask you, was this birthed from the Soul Sessions at your house? But you answered that.
Yeah, it was definitely birthed from that, but I had always wanted to do it, but I was so busy. I mean, I literally was so busy between Tamar and Leandria and everybody else. I didn't really have time to focus on it, but now I have the time to focus on it, and everything is together now.
Now, Lonell, I know you're here. You're one of the biggest bloggers in the world, honey. I told everybody you started all this blogging stuff, honey. They came after you, honey. So I know you have a question for Robert.
I'm just loving it. I want to learn more about this social club. When can we expect to see it?
Labor Day weekend.
Labor Day. Okay. Oh, well, we gonna come out the heavy.
Hello. Hello. Come on. The people are going to be here.
Okay.
People going to be here, going to be doing it. You sing?
I love it. Do I sing?
Yeah, this is for live band. We want you to sing.
Oh, no,
you got to step out. You got to step out on faith. Do something different. Do something different.
Maybe I give y'all a lip sync, but I'm not going to.
Yeah, you got to come on out. Come on out.
Child, you don't want these vocals. Trust and believe.
Child, please. You can sing. If you could, I tell everybody, if you could talk, you could sing.
Okay.
Because she said, Mary.
See
there?
Mary.
Oh, look at you. Now you done went to opera.
That's it.
Oh, but I'm sitting here in Club Chit Chat with my special guest, the one and only, the two and only, the three and only. This is
Lonell Wiliams, 3LWTV.
And this is
Rob Hatcher.
And I am Miss Sophia right here on WERUradio. WERUradio, we're the home of the urban sound of pride. Come on, baby, let's ride. Welcome to Club Chit Chat, everybody. WERUradio, we are the home of the urban sound of pride, baby. I'm sitting in here with two divas and a Devo, and another Devo is recording us, and we're just all in here. Can you believe? We're in this room just like Beyonce, Jay-Z, and Solange in the elevator. Baby, this is millions and millions of dollars in here. Millions and millions of dollars. Yes, and then the main one with all the money don't want to talk. So we're going to let him make it for right now. But Rob Hatchett is here. Hey, Robert.
What's up? What's up?
And also Lonell Wiliams. Hi, Lonell.
Hey.
How are you?
Oh, wonderful. It is always so good to see you and to be with you.
Yes, I love you,
Always.
honey. You've been on the show before, but
Yes,
we were
but
doing
this is-
it.
right, but
this
we
the
were doing
first time.
remotely. This is the first time we like in person
in the
like
studio.
this.
Yes, honey. I had to give you an Oprah moment, honey. Bring you in the studio.
The vibe. I'm feeling it.
Now, Robert, how do people keep in contact with you?
Well, they can catch me on OnlyFans. I'm just kidding. I'm just playing. No, I'm on Instagram. It's at Rob Hatcher, ROBHATCHER. Twitter is the same thing, Rob Hatcher. Facebook, it's Robert Hatcher. Mm-hmm. And that's it.
Oh, what Christian Mingle? You're not on Christian Mingle?
Child, they put me off last week.
Why? Because of your OnlyFans page?
No, because I guess they said one of my pictures was a little bit too much.
Oh, yeah,
I
cleavage.
just had a
showing.
dick print. That's it. It was just too much for them, though.
See, the Christians, I don't know why they act like that. They act like we all just dropped out of the
It's a
sky.
little mean, you know.
See.
But they ain't, I guess back to Jack I go.
Oh my God! Oh my God! We need prayer.
We really do need prayer.
Right off that
On your knees.
Christian Mingo, no ma'am. You gotta go.
What are some of the things you have coming up other than your?
Well, I have the tour in Atlantic City from July 1st up until the end of August. And we have a lot. Oh, the George Floyd Memorial Foundation. We have a big show coming up on Tuesday in Minneapolis, Minnesota, to mark the anniversary of his death.
Who are some of the artists on the show?
The incomparable Leandria Johnson.
Yes.
And Tyrese.
Okay.
Possibly Miss Braxton, maybe.
Tamar.
Hopefully by the time I get out of here.
Tamar, Tony,
not
Evelyn. Which one?
Surprise. One of them.
I'll call Tawanda. She'll give me the scoop. Now you better not say nothing.
And then I will be at the festival next week in Cancun. And then it's just a lot. God is good. I'm busy.
Yes.
Praise God for busy.
Yeah, I'm going on vacation for like a week, and I'm gonna call you. I'm just gonna
Where you
hang out
going?
with you wherever you go.
Oh, listen.
We got our schedule. Your schedule better than mine, so wherever you go, honey,
Let's go.
book the tickets.
Let's go. You can roll anytime.
Thank you for stopping by. I've been trying to get. Now I'm serious. I've been trying to get Robert up here for. I mean, how long I've been trying to get you up
I can't believe
here?
James got here before me.
Yes.
But everything happens in God's time. Mm-hmm. And I thank you for the opportunity.
I see him
I've
at
been
the show all
following
the
you
time.
on this show since day one. So I'm excited.
I see him at the show. You supposed to be in the studio. I know. I'm coming there. And I call. You supposed to be. I'm out of town. I'm out of town. You don't have to tell me. I just saw the picture. I saw the video. I see you out of. You're not out of town. You're out of the country.
I'm here. Praise God. I'm here.
Yes, but thank you for stopping through and great success with all the things that you
Thank
have.
you so much for having
I
me.
know you finna do some stuff. You finna
I'm
take over
about to.
Atlanta.
I'm about to. Yes, I'm so excited.
Oh.
We're ready.
And when I do, I have to come back here.
You do.
I have to
The
come
door's
back.
always open.
Thank you.
More than welcome to come whenever you want to come.
Thank you so
Any
much.
artists you want to send through here, just let me know.
I will.
And
I
then
will.
the doors are always open
we're
for
gonna
you
get
and your
it.
artists.
Thank you.
But I need you to get Leandria up here now.
No, she's going to be up here next.
I need you to get her up here.
She going to be up here.
She showed out in Chicago over the weekend too.
Yes, she did. Oh, you seen it? Yes.
Yes, I did.
Yes, she did.
Tell her, look, and whoever working with her, tell her my sister need her slides.
Her
My
slides.
sister need her slides.
You kept asking for
No
them.
slides, no slides,
Yeah.
baby. She was in the red bottoms, baby. They look nice on her feet,
Yeah, they
baby.
do.
I said, you don't need to get out of them, honey. Y'all keep them on, honey. Your feet look nice, and then you got the little jeans on.
Yes. She said she want to do a show with you.
Oh, you tell her I'm ready.
So,
Okay.
it's going to happen.
Make it happen.
At the social lounge.
Make it happen. Make it happen.
You are
All right.
amazing.
Lonell.
It's such a pleasure meeting Robert in person.
Yeah, you said you never met him before. He never met you before.
How about that?
Robert, you don't have to leave. You can just sit here and just.
Well, I got things to do.
I'll leave on commercial break.
Yeah.
I don't want to take over his interview.
All
But
good.
how have you been?
I've been good. Really good. Just busy. on the move again.
Traveling.
Just got home last night from out in Hilton Head. Headed out to New York tomorrow. So enjoying my little day and a half at home. But I love being on the move.
Yes.
I just love it. So
because really the pandemic didn't slow you down.
no, it's slowed a little bit, but I still just tried to navigate as safely and as smoothly as I could. I kind of actually enjoyed traveling during the pandemic because no one was out there. So you had planes to yourself, you had trains to yourself.
Whole road.
So, that was
the whole road, just you.
So it was
nice. So I was telling everybody about you because you were the first one that really just like, you did your videos and stuff and internet. You were on the internet, and then you being on the internet caught the eye of your good girlfriend now, Oprah Winfrey.
It did. It's been an amazing journey. And during that time at the dawn of YouTube and that was kind of the beginning. And there are a lot of young Black LGBT producers out there putting out content at the time. Mm-hmm. And I was enjoying watching all of them, but what I noticed is that they weren't really connecting with one another. It was like everybody was on, just trying to get their own shine. Uh-huh. And I was like, if you could kind of pool these resources together and leverage this, like we could really have a moment here. And so that's kind of what I started doing, that with incorporating it with the travel, and then that stuff just started picking up. But like you said, a few years later into it, I was like able to tweet and stuff with Oprah, and then suddenly she invited me to a taping of one of her shows in Chicago, and then of course that was so fabulous. It was so wonderful to meet her. She decided, I'm going to treat you to dinner at my favorite restaurant. Because Oprah's like, you get a meal.
So you can hold a meal. I want the car.
Okay. And then she just started inviting me to, it was a mutual, genuine support. So she started inviting me to things, and then a lot of this. And I've been like associated with other high-profile individuals in the past, but it's never been played out in the public like it was, like this relationship was on Twitter. So that a lot of that stuff was happening back and forth, and it really kind of changed my life. It gave me some access to some amazing places and some amazing spaces. So I'm just grateful for it. And the journey just continues. And I'm still, me, I'm about living life and having fun because.
You never know.
These days are getting shorter and shorter.
Hello.
You better live for today.
Not tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because they used to say here today, gone tomorrow. Now they say here today, gone later on today.
Okay. And sadly, that's really true, actually. So I really try to do that, and I try to encourage people to, stop wasting time and just pursue your passion, things that make you happy. Find your joy.
For some of the people that are just meeting you for the first time, let them know what it is that you really do.
So, when you say when I really do, I wear like several different hats.
Like Robert, 99,000 hats.
Yeah, I wear several different hats. I mean, the 3LW TV platform is really was my avenue to really connect and utilize the resources in the predominantly Black LGBT community. Mm-hmm. And so just building on that just has opened up so many other doors. I work my day job is for a corporation where I get to travel a lot. So I work with the travel of senior executives in the company. And that's what takes me all over the world, like day after day, week after week, year after year. So I love that part of it too, that part of my life too. And then people have been on me about writing my story. And I mean, a lot of it is done, but part of me is like, child, do I really want y'all?
You're writing a book.
Do y'all really need to be in my business like this?
Yes, I want to touch your hand because you don't touch Oprah's hand. So we want to know what it's like because we ain't worthy enough yet.
Oh, no. You're all worthy. You're worthy. You just got to believe it, see it, and achieve it. I mean, I've been able, I'm a big person who tries to manifest things. Mm-hmm. So long before vision boards became popular, I had Oprah on one. Mm-hmm. I had the Obamas on one. Mm. I had touring Ghana on one. I mean, all these different things that have manifested in my life. I've had, they started out as a spiritual seed that I've planted to manifest it. And in time, it always does. It always does. It may not look like you want it to, or it may not happen the way you think it's going to happen, but that's the joy of surrender.
Okay.
You just let go, and then you just speak the answer. And how you get there that's not for you to
Up
worry
to
about.
you. That's up to him. And Rob, we was talking about this earlier. Like when you're growing up, and you say, "This is what I want to do," and then it's just like now you're living this life, and it's just like, "Am I dreaming? Is this real?"
Right.
So growing up, what is it that you thought you were going to end up doing?
Oh, wow. Initially, growing up, I wanted to be a doctor. I wanted to be a cardiologist.
Okay.
And I was always fascinated with the heart and the blood and all that stuff. And then somewhere in junior high school, or maybe it was, I don't know, whatever grade, you start dissecting frogs.
That was over.
And I was like, nah, we got to find a new route, a new route for this. And then it was literally junior high school and high school. I wanted to, and even in college, I wanted to get into broadcast journalism. I saw myself either being a news reporter or an anchor. And so that was the path that I took in college. Well, halfway through college, you know, when you get into your majors, I realized I don't think I want to do the news. It's too depressing. Because every day, I mean, you know, we're there reading that stuff off the feed, and everything is just horrible. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, well, I'm not about to change my major, not at these prices. So right on through. So I stayed in that major, but I was in Los Angeles. I went to Pepperdine University, and when I was in Los Angeles, I discovered like, oh wait, you could do the same type of thing, but in the entertainment world. Mm-hmm. And I was at school. I went to school with Kim Fields, who's got the new show, The Upshaws, on Netflix.
Yes, I just watched it this weekend.
And Montel Jordan, we were all classmates, the singer.
Okay.
Yeah, so small world, right? So we were all classmates then. And so my very first job, actually, I still got an internship on the set of A Different World. Now I'm really dating myself, but I got.
I love it, dating myself.
But that's where it all kind of started, and I realized, oh, I can still, because what I liked was the thrill of production and getting stuff done under a deadline and within the budget and all that, you know. But growing up in Oakland, I just saw the news as that because that's what I saw on TV. So that was kind of where my thinking was. But when I got to LA, I saw, oh, it could expand. Then I realized after a couple of years, I also worked in the music industry for a promoter he's a boxing promoter now, Al Heyman, but back then he was promoting concerts all the time. So I worked for him for a little while too. Mm. And then I just didn't like the person that I was becoming.
Oh.
Yeah. Trying to navigate that whole, well, you've been in that world, so you know what I'm talking about. Hello? You know, you really can lose yourself. And I'm not one for drinking and drugs and for you just telling me any old thing. So I wasn't, so I was like, well, where do I fit in to this? Because I'm definitely not going to go in that crowd. And then I see the crowd over here that's actually pulling the strings and making stuff happen. I was like, yeah, I could deal with that. But y'all a little touched too. So I was like, okay, I didn't like who I was becoming. So then I just ended up, I ended up moving to New York for a few years, got into a whole different industry. Because I was taking a year off from that and got into a whole different industry, and then started traveling, wilding out in the 90s in New York. It was lots of fun.
Lots of fun.
And then in the early 2000s, I think is when I first started coming to Atlanta. And maybe it was late 90s I started coming to Atlanta. But I'm trying to remember the first time that I saw you. But it was back then. I
got here in 99.
Yeah, and I was like, this woman is hilarious. So there's a couple, because some people, they use that term like drag queen back then. And it's like, no, these are comedians. Like you, there's a lady named Harmonica Sunbeam out of New York.
Yeah, it's my girlfriend. I just worked
comedians,
with her at Big Boy Pride in Orlando.
Okay.
Not Orlando. Where were we? Orlando. Yeah.
So y'all have that comedic gift. So some people think it's just about throwing on some makeup and a wig and a dress and then, just go out here and that's all.
That's it.
No. Y'all have the true talent, and I still the first time when Trax was still down where
306 Lucky Street.
Yes,
where they kicked us out and put the museum across the street.
Yeah, put that aquarium up there.
Aquarium. Oh,
these animals don't want to be down here, and we don't want them down here. Why? Okay,
they over there killing them whales.
Right. This whale is used to swimming from Antarctica to Alaska, and you got him in a cage going around the block. Come on now.
We're going to take a break, but before we take our break, I just want to know the vaccination. Rob, are you fully vaccinated?
I am.
Are you fully vaccinated?
I am.
Are you fully vaccinated? Put your mask on. Get out of here. Oh, Rob, I love you. Thank you
love
for
you
stopping
more.
by. You got to come back. You got to come
Absolutely.
back. I'm your girl, Miss Sophia. Hold it down right here. We are your radio. We're your radio. We are the home of the urban sound of pride. I'm here with my very special guest.
Lonell Wiliams, 3LWTV.
Robert Hatcher.
Come on, baby. Let's ride up out of here. This is Thank You. We got to praise him for Rob. Get out of here. We got to praise him.
Shout music.
Thank you. Welcome back to Club Chit Chat with your DJ, Miss Sophia, right here. We are your radio. We're your radio. We are the home of the urban sound of pride, baby. Yes, but we are. I'm in the studio with my very special guest, Lonell Wiliams. Hey, Lonell Wiliams.
Hey, Miss Sophia.
And Lonell brought us very special guest with him, the one and only Tao. How you Tao? Tao. Tao, you welcome to the show, Tao. Welcome you to the show, Tao.
Thank you.
So go how you here.
Yes, yeah.
To show. Now, Tao is a physical therapist. That's one of his many hats. What are some of the other hats that you wear, Tao?
Well, I'm a medical massage therapist. There's a distinction in Canada. The distinction isn't so great, but we're in the U.S. where they're about that bull crap. But other hats I wear, I do strategic planning and coordinating for entertainment and events. So I do work with celebrities sometimes. My background is as a professional dancer. I was a concert dancer. I also did some commercial work. But now I'm mostly consulting these days, and I'm writing, so I'm getting into screenwriting.
Oh.
And I'm an ambassador for the LGBT Music Fest, which is happening next weekend in Cancun, Mexico.
Right, and I didn't get a call.
Listen,
I don't know what
the
happened.
pandemic happened.
Lonell, you going to be there?
No, I will
You're
not
not
be
going?
there.
Oh, okay.
The pandemic happened, unfortunately, but yeah.
But it ain't stop you from going.
Because I'm one of the ambassadors. I help
Yes,
coordinate the
honey.
event
My
and
grandma
all that
said a
stuff,
lie don't
so-
care who tell it. They just want to be
I
told.
just want to be told.
Yeah, so the medical massage part, that's a big part of my day-to-day activities when I'm not doing anything involving entertainment. But the two also merge. Like, I work with primarily a lot of athletes, like some of your favorite athletes you may be cheering for at these events. I'm working with them. I also work with television shows and movies when they have like a lot of stunts and high-end action. Right now I'm currently working with a very popular show that everyone seems to love, and we're getting ready for season 2, and I think they're gonna love what's coming with that.
And what show is that, my ass?
Down to the valley where the
Girl
girls
get naked. P Valley, you over there with P Valley,
yes,
Uncle
yes,
Clifford, and Mercedes.
Yes. I actually just saw Mercedes Brittany the other day. That's my girl. I love her, and she is so genuine, down to earth. She always plugs me, always shouts me out. I never ask her. She's just a solid person.
Yeah, you keep her right so she can get on that pole.
Absolutely.
See?
You
She
can't
actually-
believe, like,
Gotta keep
people
it limber.
don't know that they do their own stunts. They don't bring in stunt actors for those parts. They're doing it themselves. They're beating themselves up to bring you guys quality entertainment. So I'm there just helping them climb that pole.
Well, it's nice meeting you, and Lonell brought you in here, honey, and it's just like, oh my God, Lonell brought a special guest with him. But you started out, you was his assistant at one point, right?
At one point, I was.
And then he
his
met
assistant.
Oprah, and he kicked your ass to the curb.
Isn't that how they do it? Isn't that how they do? That's exactly how they are. That's exactly how they are.
He came in here. He said, "I said, you want to do something?" I asked him to do something for like. He said, "No, I'm not doing that. I don't do that anymore.
Those are gone.
I don't do that anymore. Those days are over." I said, "Oh, you used to be his assistant." He said, "Yes, those days are over." Yeah, I can imagine after meeting her, honey, he had so many more demands, honey.
So,
y'all.
look, listen.
Oh.
listen.
Not even like that.
Listen, I wanted to ask you, now that you have your hands in a lot of different projects and stuff, do you ever run your stuff by her? Since y'all are so good Judies now.
I typically there's some things I do run by her, or if it's something that involves her. Like recently, I had a shout out on the Wendy Williams show, right? Because it was a picture from that where Oprah photobombed us. Me and my friend Ken and Derek, and Charles, we were taking a picture backstage. And I knew she was in the next room, but I didn't realize that she was done and snuck in the picture. And I sent it, this happened like 6 years ago. And so the producer from Wendy's show called me, and I was like, what? And then when she explained, I was like, oh, yeah. So I said, well, let me get everyone's permission. So I got everybody's permission that was in the picture, including Oprah. So I'm always kind of respectful and mindful as far as running things by her that involve her.
Right.
So I don't want, I don't ever want it to be like I'm trying to use her name for anything.
Oh, but definitely run it by her, because she, Jay-Z, Beyonce, those are 3 people that I know. You put anything up without their permission, it's going down.
Yeah.
Your whole site would get shut down for that one picture. I don't know what it is about them, honey. They just had that power, honey. It's just like, it's name recognition. And I think T.S. Madison, she talks about that too.
Right.
That anybody that do anything, that post her name or anything, it's just something that they have where it'll automatically go to them. And then it's just like, if they don't want it out there, they just zap it out.
Yeah, no, there's software now that will capture stuff as well. That actually does it for you.
No.
Like on YouTube, a lot of the platforms, Twitter and a lot of that stuff, they've got like security safeguards and where a lot of stuff is captured if it looks like some of the content is suspect. It doesn't catch everything, but it catches a lot.
But I'm the opposite. I want everybody to put my stuff out there, because I'm not big time like y'all right now. I just want everybody to put my stuff out there. Now, you've met Oprah. Mm-hmm. You've met the Obamas. You've been all out of the country, the different countries and everything. Who is somebody that you just want to sit down and have a conversation with?
Oh, wow. Like, who's left out there that I would still really want to have a conversation with? That is a very good question. Probably, well, that person's not alive yet. Not alive anymore, but if I could go back in time, it would be James Baldwin. Just because I feed off like his cup was full and it ran over, and what ran over was this brilliant stuff that he shared with us. But I like to really sit down and be like, "Child, now really?"
Because you hear so many stories about them,
and then during that time, and then being so courageous during that time. So if I could really sit down and talk to somebody, that's who it would be, because I would really just want to just pour the tea. Sip it and get it, yeah. Because I'm sure, just because I look at, and that's one of the things that I appreciate about the visibility of the LGBT community, primarily the Black LGBT community, that's growing. Our presence is growing, and what I appreciate about it is that the history from where we've come from. Mm-hmm. And so a lot of us don't make that connection, that these are all stepping stones so that you can flourish and fly. And when I see them, like I have a whole group of young people in my circle. Like, this is one of them. I have another one who's doing really big things at ABC Network. I've got a couple others that are doing things in the music industry, and then different other fields. Mm-hmm. And I love just pushing and watching them rise, because access to that level was not as attainable for my generation. Mm-hmm. You know something? So I don't resent anybody for that kind of stuff, but I'm like, yeah, shine with it, but don't forget, or don't take it, don't lose sight of the fact that this is a step, and you need to turn it over to the next generation. So what are you going to leave to push so that they can be even bigger and brighter? Right. So, but yeah, I love it.
Now I know you keep up with Oprah. Y'all had that connection, but with the Obamas, do you have that relationship that you have with Oprah, with Michelle?
I wish, no. So I got to travel with them basically a couple of years ago for 2 days, right? I went from Hawaii to Arizona.
And when I saw those pictures, I was like, oh my God.
Oh, so much fun. I wish
oh my God.
So much stuff, but I would never tell y'all proprietary information. But they were just absolutely wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. And they had the dogs with them, Bowen, who just passed, and Sonny. Mm. And they were even their Secret Service agents were cool. They were alert and doing their job, but they were all really cool. And so I don't have the connection like I have with Oprah. I still maintain like some contact with them occasionally. When President Obama's book came out, I got him to sign a copy for my mom, so she was really thrilled about that. But I don't have that same kind of connection. In fact, when I told President Obama that I met Oprah through Twitter, he gave me like this side eye, like,
really?
And so I had to explain that whole story when he said, that's one of the craziest things I've ever heard. I was like, I kid you not. But I don't have that kind of connection them, but I do still have some very limited access on occasion to, get stuff signed. I'm still waiting for President Biden to invite me to the White House, because I won this contest during the election where I got to have a video interview with he and Obama. Uh-huh. And so Obama was talking about how we were talking about how he remembered me traveling with me. And Biden remembered me from other support stuff that I was in. I was like, well, I want to see you in the White House. So I need to make that happen. Now that we got COVID, we masked up, we got shots, blah, blah, blah. Now there's no excuse. So
Yeah, come on with it.
come on with it.
Now you was talking about, when you get that call, how do you get that call? You're going to spend 2 days with the Obamas, and then it's like the Secret Service and everything. How do you get that call? What is that all? What does it entail?
Well, beforehand, when I was assigned to travel with them, the first thing I had to do was get clearance from, like, whenever you travel with a high government official, you have to get, they need your social security number, and then they run it. It's just like if you ever been to the Pentagon as a guest, when you walk in, you got to type in your social security number to to get inside of the Pentagon. And so they don't ever tell you if you are approved or denied or whatever, but I didn't know until the last minute. I said, well, I guess, because I didn't even know it was going to be the Obamas. I was just told that it's a high government official.
What?
Yeah, so I didn't even know. Right.
Somebody called you. Who called you and said?
So the company that dispatched us out to pick them up was the one that notified me, and they just said they didn't know who it was. But I started putting it together because when I got the itinerary, I was like, Hawaii, coming back from Hawaii to Arizona. I didn't know. I said, and it was after Christmas, and I was like, I know, doesn't Obama spend Christmas in Hawaii? And then we started to get like a slight manifest. It still didn't have their names on it, but it had like a couple of the other staff members' names on it, and it had the 2 dogs. And when I said, I know, and I said, I know we ain't going over there to pick up just the 2 dogs, right? I'm gonna get one of them at least, right? And then later, maybe about a week before the actual, we were leaving to go to Hawaii. That's when I found out it was going to be him and her.
And you was
So
like,
I was like, oh my God.
Because
So
thought it was going to be one.
I thought it was going to be one.
Oh, you thought it was going to be the 2 dogs. You're
yeah.
going to sit down there and do an interview with, well, how's it been, the first dog?
They were wonderful. They're absolutely wonderful. And I was trying to get some of their Chicago creature comforts. I was out on Michigan Avenue in the freezing cold to get some of that Garrett's popcorn I wanted to have on the plane with them. But they were just absolutely wonderful.
Now, was Sasha and Malia there?
No, they were not. But Mrs. Obama did call them while we were there. Because this was when she was just going to college. And it's like she landed somewhere. She was like, oh, she just landed. I was like, oh, how cute is this? I'm sitting up here chatting with the Obamas like they're my cousins. But no, they were really genuine and wonderful people.
Oh, down to earth.
Very much so. Mm-hmm. Very much so.
Wasn't acting presidential at all.
I was trying to be all formal. He was like,
let that go. Towel. What's somebody that you met that you never thought you would meet? Ever.
Oh, gosh. I have...
Come up to the mic.
I'm sorry. I have a whole list of people. It's funny, as, like a young gay kid growing up, and I came up in the time we were first starting to see the first vestiges of content coming out. Mm-hmm. So, like, Logo had just launched when I was in high school. So I was up, like, late at night sneaking and watching shows, and the first film I saw that censored people of color was Ski Trip by Maurice Jamal. And then shortly after that, it was Noah's Ark came out. So, and then there was ZL Chronicles. So I'm thinking, oh my gosh, this is so great. I would love to be in these circles and meet these people and know these people and work with them someday. Fast forward, it started with this one right here. It started with Lonell. Mm-hmm. And he didn't necessarily make any of the introductions, but it's like as soon as he kind of came into my life and started mentoring me, things just started happening. So I met Patrick Ian Polk. I met DeAndre and Quincy of the DL Chronicles. I met Maurice Jamal. And I became friends with all of these people. Like, their numbers are in my phone. We text, we talk, regularly, most of them. James Earl Hardy is another literary giant. He calls me nephew. I call him uncle. Like, we've all just kind of formed this family of sorts. So I can go on and on. There are so many legendary people and titans that I've met over the last, 12 years of my life that I've not only met but have become fixtures in my life. And I just never saw that happening. I always wanted something like that to happen, but I never thought it would happen to me, this little queer boy from Alabama.
Alabama. What part of Alabama?
From a small town called Reddenburg, Alabama.
Reddenburg, Alabama.
Nobody's
Oh, you
ever heard of
really
it.
country. You from Reddenburg, Alabama. You down there slinging horses and pigs and chickens and cows
Absolutely,
and
no
stuff.
traffic lights, nothing but cows, pigs. We hunted for our own food. We grew what we could grow. We were out fishing. I lived that life.
And gravel road.
Yeah.
Red dirt,
real
red
lucky.
clay,
Red clay, mostly red clay at the
No
time.
cement highway for you.
Nah,
And 3 police officers.
no police officers.
Y'all don't have no police.
We had to call in police from like
From the town over.
2 towns over in each direction. No traffic lights, barely any stop signs. It's real country.
Oh, I'm your girl, Miss Sophia, holding it down right here on WERUradio. WERUradio. We're the home of the urban sound of pride. Welcome to Club Chit Chat, everybody, where my special guests today are...
Lonell Wiliams, 3LWTV.
I am Tao.
Tao. Welcome back to Club Chit Chat with your DJ, Miss Sophia. Right here on WERUradio. WERUradio. We are the home of the urban sound of pride. Our special guest, Lonell Wiliams. Baby, he is in here on his live chat, honey, chat with his people like I'm not sitting over here and I cannot hear him. Oh, he said somebody else said something about shady and fall tackler, honey. Oh, but
Oops.
Tao was talking about...
I was just asking questions. I was just trying to get to the bottom.
I'm
of it.
glad you brought that up because I want to talk. Well, first of all, welcome to Club Chit Chat's Happy Hour, everybody. Get your drink on, get your smoke on, get your pills on, get your freak on, get your infused Rice Krispies on, and get your edibles on because everything is legal right here at Club Chit Chat during our happy hour. Let's get it on. Oh, baby. Let's get it on. My special guests, Lonell Wiliams and Tao. Tao. Either went over there to Asia and stole that name. Tao.
He still was in your blood.
Ooh. All right. Come on now. Let me see a
Guys
picture.
ain't slammed for nothing.
Let me see a picture. Who is it? Mama or daddy?
Some of mom's side.
Tao. Tao, get up here and get it up off the floor. Tao, pick it up right now. Tao, I met you. When I met you, you got...
Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Don't do it.
Oh, listen. We're supposed to be talking about your book club.
Yeah, so I just launched.
All right, that's all the time we have to talk about the book club. You did launch it. That's all they need to know. You did launch the book club, okay? So.
But yeah, and it's been people have really been really receptive to it. I love it. The first book we did was a friend of ours, G. Smalls, Black Enough, Man Enough. And the current book that I'm doing is called Shadows of Exile, and it's a gentleman named Momar Njai who was actually part of the Mansa Musa from Gambia, the family. He was part of the royal family, and there was a coup back in the 90s, and his parents were murdered by his uncle, and he and his brother were on the run for 20 years. They ended up in like the foster care system in Europe, and one of them was in the in different genres. So I just want people, whatever you read, just read.
Okay, just read
Read
something.
and expand, because we got
Other
some
than
people
each
that don't
other.
read right. We're just too busy flipping to our little cable news channel, and then we stuck in our little cave, and we don't even realize you're in a cage.
Okay, and for the record, that wasn't Oprah that called me. That was my friend. Oh, that was my friend. Oh, his name is Othello. It's my good friend Othello. His mom went to Broadway. She saw that, and she just named her child after Othello.
She was enraptured by the name. Huh?
Mm-hmm. You just want to talk on that mic. Get up on that mic. Get up on that mic. I'm going to tell your story. You better get on that mic. I'm going to tell your story, how it all started.
This is not Hamilton. We don't need anyone to tell my story.
Well, I'm going to tell it anyway. It was back in the summer. Oh, but I thank you. You know, this is Happy Hour. And here at Happy Hour, we like to keep things happy. And one of the things that we do is we do birthdays during Happy Hour. And I always let my guests do the birthdays. So, Tao, have at it.
All right.
And don't mess it up.
So,
Oh,
you want me to give the actual
those
age?
Are those government names?
No.
Okay.
That's the birthday in the circle, and BOTD, that's for people that are no longer here. They were born on this day. Yeah.
I didn't know it was his birthday.
So come up on the mic. Come up on the mic. And I want you to just, hold on. Okay. Now, you got to just make it look like you do this every day. That this is not something that you're just doing just today. This is something that you do every day. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage. This is Chow with the birthday.
You got it. You can do it.
All right, let's do this. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the party. We're going to talk about these birthdays today. First up, we have Jaquita Williams.
Jaquita, that's my girlfriend, Jaquita. Jaquita Williams. It's Jaquita.
Jaquita.
You gonna let my sister have a name? Her birthday was yesterday. I'm sorry, Jaquita. Give it here. Give me my birthday. Also, my friend Jason, his dad's birthday is today.
Happy birthday.
Mm-hmm. Back to you,
All
Tom.
right. Next, we have Miss... You know she in trouble, right? Next, we have Tina Fey, who's 51 today. Tina Fey, George Strait, 69. Walter Hawkins was born on this day. So was Big Joe Turner. Skylar Derulo, who's 5. That's Jason's daughter. Pope John Paul II was born on this day. All right.
Go ahead. What you want to say? What you want to say? Go ahead. Go ahead and say what you want to say about the Pope. The Lord is listening.
I'm going to leave it alone because I'm going to fight with the Catholics today. All right, Reggie Jackson, baseball great. He is 75 today.
Check on him.
NBA legend Clint Capella, 27. Oh, he's not a legend, but he's in there. Right.
Yes, he is, son. He played with the Rockets. Yes, he played with the Rockets. I don't know
he got
who
legend
now.
status early then. Okay, we'll give it to him. All right. Reggie Evans is 41. He's also in the NBA. Nephew Tommy is 54 today. What's up, Nephew Tommy?
Probably prank calling somebody right
Probably.
now.
Right. Trolling somebody.
Right. From the NFL, we have Vince Young at 38. Also in the NFL, Shane Ray, 28. William Moore is 36. Robert Quinn, 31. And Flozell Adams, 46. Those last three are also NFL players.
You got an NFL thing going on.
Right.
Yeah, the NFL. I love football. I love basketball.
What do you love about football?
I love tennis. I love the whole game.
You do?
You know what? I really love football, but then when all these players start coming out and they've been having these brain injuries after they retired and everything, I thought football was going to take a hit, because a lot of parents did take their kids out of that little league football and all that stuff. So they did take a hit, but now I thought it'd just be like, we're not.
No, it's capitalism is king
too much
for a lot of
money.
Yeah, for a lot of people, sports are like the easy way out of, or they think the easy way out of poverty. So
it is.
Capitalism is king.
Sometimes. You all have been amazing. Thank you all for stopping through. Thank you for bringing Tao. You done introduced me to somebody new. Tao. 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 Come get massage. Tao. Come over there.
So wrong. So wrong.
No, but tell everybody how they can get in contact with you and keep in contact with you, Tao.
If you want to get in contact with me, you can follow me on Instagrizzle. TAO_FI. My therapy massage business page is Spa Sulit, SULIT Wellness Studio on Instagram. Also, my production company is Kaitan Entertainment, KAITAHN Entertainment, but that'll be changing soon as I'm rebranding. But follow that page because I'll keep the page, just change the name. So.
Yeah, if you can spell any of those names.
Well, it's not my. Listen. I'm trying to elevate the people.
That's why he spelled them out.
I'm sorry, Americans are lazy.
He is rebranding because the government is looking for him. He had applied and got approved for the PPP loans.
First of all, I am not baby blue. I don't play. I don't do well behind bars. I don't know that perfectly. I know I wouldn't. That just ain't my life. So
I had to write a check to the IRS this year. That was.
Oh my God!
Rich people problems.
Yes, that's what you get for knowing Oprah.
Exactly. And don't ask how big the check was yet, right?
Oh, and he ain't wrote no check. He just Oprah, this check. I cannot believe I had to pay the IRS. Oh, calm down now. How much is it? I'll send it to you.
I was trying to, yes. So yeah, I'm still in shock about that, but all is good. I'm glad that I was blessed enough to be able to pay it.
Yes, honey. Right. Yeah. Did you get your PPP loan?
I did not. I didn't apply.
Why?
I should have, but I'm not a scammer.
He got his OWL, Oprah Winfrey loan.
So no, I don't. I did not apply for any of that.
Well, you're in town.